We would like to know about y'all. I mean, we did hear about y'all theirs, but I mean, we would like to know
Person
more. Yeah,
more.
personal, you know, I mean, what do y'all like? What do y'all do? You know.
You want to go first?
Yeah, mine's kind of boring. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
I do everything from like, as you saw on the stage, from like service learning. I'm also a cheerleader. I play soccer. I work 30 hours a week at a job. I just do everything. Like, I'm just like a ball of energy. I'm all over the place.
Um, I do a lot of stuff too as well. I was involved in Team Pep. I've done stand and deliver. This new youth connection council thing. I did youth mapping during the summer. We mapped over like 600 resources in the city of Newark. When I was presented this opportunity, like I felt as though I will be able to reach people that have power and just will actually help us make a difference. Because yet alone I can make a difference. So just imagine if you have other people that actually have power. So that would be even stronger, and it just be a stronger movement together. So that's the reason why I'm here.
I'm here because it's an opportunity of a lifetime. I love challenges. And like when they first presented it to me, I thought it would be a big challenge to get in front of people and talk about what you do. Because I'm used to like being just so humble and you don't really tell anybody about it. And like just what we really want to get out of it is not so much that we want to get something out of it, but we want to give advice and we want to give our experience. So like we just want to pass on our knowledge, pass on our information, and we're also making connections and networking. So at any time, if any of the adults in the room or any of the students in the room have a question, they want our help with something, we'd be glad to come help them out. It's just making our world connected.
Before this program, how was your life? How did it change? Before you got into this program and after you got into the program.
Well, I will say one of the benefits of the program, I did learn what I wanted to do in like my future career, because being out there in the community, I saw so many options of the things you can do, and I just saw so much. And it's just really a big eye-opener as to how much your community needs you, how much you can benefit the community, how much you can benefit from the community. And
In my case, it actually changed the type of career that I want to take or go to college for. Like I used to want to be a cop, and now I just want to be a psychologist, because I think the problem comes within the individual now. Like you just gotta take care of it, make sure what's wrong with them first, and then take action. So yeah, I think it changed the way I view teenagers. Where I sound like an older person.
it changed the way you view yourself.
But I think I really know what people want, what teenagers in our case want. So.
Well, I have some questions for you.
Yes, sir.
And my first question I would like to ask you is, do you think every youth deserves a chance to participate in youth organizations?
Does every young person deserve? Absolutely. Deserve? That doesn't mean, however, that there's going to be the opportunity for every young person to participate. Yeah, I definitely think so. And even if funders, people in foundations or the government don't create those spaces, I think young people are finding their own ways to come together more than we've seen before, using the internet, using social networks, and I just hope that government and foundations release more of their money for youth organizing and for the kinds of youth programs that we were talking about, because to me, it's kind of an essential piece of growing up. There are lots of ways to participate. So you could serve, you could feed a hungry person, you could go and work with some elderly, you could, but most specifically, I think we were talking about the kind of serving as an organizer in your community. What benefits do young people get from that? Lots. The research has already shown, and if you talk to anyone who's been doing youth organizing, there are lots of both hard and soft skills. So some of the soft skills are learn how to work better in a group, learn to stand up in front of other people and talk, learn to plan with other people, learn to monitor your progress. All of those are skills that are needed in many parts of life, whether you're raising a family or trying to keep a job and do your job better. Hard learning skills often creating budgets relates to math, and writing proposals relates to, so there really are very formal academic gains. But for me, the bigger gains are in a person being able to find others with the same interest and learn how to take action that actually results in something.
Have you seen the change in society today?
Yes, I think young people are rising up in a different kind of way. I think that the election of Barack Obama has shown us that there's much more youth interest than anyone ever thought, and I think that interest is around issues that young people really care about more than grown-ups tend to care about, like fairness and justice and equality. These are things that teenagers really think about a lot. What's fair and what's not fair. We need more grown-ups in our society thinking about what's fair and what's unfair. I think a lot of people leave that behind after their teenage years, and it's a mistake. It's really a mistake.
You see, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. Who are we to be smart, beautiful, talented? Well, I ask, who are you not to be? You see, his name was Jamal, and he stood so tall because he thought he had it all, never thought that he would fall into his parents' cycle. But you see, his dad, he left at 15, and well, his pops was his dream, and with his dream gone, how was he to make it? You see, even his teachers began to notice when his grades began to fall because Jamal, who no longer had it all, began to see things that he never once saw.
Well, we're going to ask you, what did that poem mean to you? Can you relate to that poem?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Definitely. Well, I originally wrote it because I actually performed it at the 19th Annual Service Learning Conference. That was in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where our theme was the achievement gap. And I work a lot with young, specifically minority students who are affected by the achievement gap, and it does mean a lot to me because I see youth every day who are dropping out of high school because they have to work to pay the rent, help their families out, and I think that's a devastating travesty that America is facing right now because youth are today's leaders, and sometimes they can't be in school, which is really devastating. So definitely I can relate to that, and that was my inspiration for the piece. And my cousin, which his name is Sean, he kind of inspired me to write the piece. That's why why it had like the narrative feel to it, like Jamal, whatever. So yeah, definitely a real person behind that story. With young people, like a typical, I go to conferences all over the place, and there's usually an older white male on stage, and I have ADHD, and I immediately tune out. But I think that when people of color, people who have been through the struggles, people who have, struggled throughout their lives and have been through what they're talking about, speak to young people about what they're going through, that it's more effective than having someone who's researching it or someone who hasn't been through that life, because there's more of a connection because we have more to talk about because we've both been through the same situations or, seen the same situations. So I think that's effective.
How do you think you can get people interested, especially young people?
Yeah.
How do you think you can, get them interested in what this topic's about? Since out there they don't really care, they say they don't care. How would you get them interested? Pull them in?
Well, this is a challenge that I have to work with every day, but like I said, I come very real to everybody that I talk to, and I get to learn or get to know my audience before I go and speak to them or go to talk to them. So if I know, okay, I work a lot with Latino students as well, and Mexicans and Puerto Ricans, and if I know that they like hip hop, or if I know that they like bachata or like a merengue or whatever, I'm gonna study that and use that to kind of draw them in. So what I do is I learn about the people that I'm helping. I meet them where they're at. If they like hip hop, rap, the arts, drawing, I use those tools to let them know that you can use these to make change. It doesn't have to be, you have to be a gangster rapper. You can use rap to change not only your community, but your country,
like
but
motivational
your world,
rap.
but your people. So just meet them where they're at and let them know that their voice is valueless. Their voice needs to be heard. And if it's not heard, America's going to be continuing to go down. You know what I'm saying? Because youth are not tomorrow's leaders, they're today's.
True.
Just two more.
Very strong words.